This evening, Guyana government provides over $4 million in grants to 9 persons living with disabilities. Minor fatally stabbed after refusing to be removed from a bench. President Ali calls on all religions to join together on a national day of fasting. In the region, Peru, protesters block highway over surging gas and fertilizer prices. And internationally, Bucha atrocities shows Putin is war criminal, Biden says. Greetings and welcome to another edition of Channel 2 Headline News Update. I am Baby Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. The Guyana Police Force is now investigating the death of a minor who was tragically stabbed after refusing to comply with his attacker's demand. Esther Sobers has more details.
A 16-year-old was brutally stabbed to death after he allegedly refused to get up from a bench at Hawk Street and Independence Boulevard on Monday, April 4th. The teen has been identified as Isaiah Smith. Headline News visited the scene earlier this morning and spoke to a resident who witnessed the ordeal.
My friend went sit down on the bench, Charlie went talking, making joke, and I walk over here, so, and he and the man start rowing. The man see lying on the bench. When he lying on the bench, the man start rowing with him. And the man start rowing with him. Now he get up and sit down normal. And the man start point up here in the face. And the man start point up here in the face. Well, he look me that my friend look like he ain't feeling good neither. Right, because he done went lie down. And he get up, and as he get up and he walk down there, so the man draw a knife and bore him.
And what he did afterwards when he bored him?
The man run down there, so he step down, he run down there, so my friend run down there, so and run inside there, so.
The suspect then took a knife from the waist of his pants and stabbed the victim to his upper abdomen, causing him to run a short distance on the Independence Boulevard before he collapsed. Smith was taken to the Georgetown Public Hospital by a taxi driver and a rural constable attached to the Rumveld police station, where he was officially pronounced dead. The body is presently at the Georgetown Public Hospital mortuary awaiting a post-mortem examination. The crime scene unit ranks have since apprehended the suspect, and the alleged murder weapon has been recovered. He remains in custody as investigations are in progress. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. On Monday, the government distributed $4.5 million in grants to 9 persons with disabilities through the Small Business Bureau of the Ministry of Tourism, Industry and Commerce. Walid Waldron, Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce, said the initiative is in keeping with the government's aim of One Guyana and demonstrating its commitment to ensuring the livelihood of all Guyanese. Minister Waldron made the remarks at the Guyana Society for the Blind office, where each of the 9 beneficiaries received a grant of $500,000 each.
Every single person, every group that seen or unseen, those groups of people who might not ordinarily be included in initiatives like these can benefit from the resources of government and have the opportunity to better themselves, better their families, and better their communities.
Last year, the ministry, in partnership with the Guyana National Bureau of Standards and the Central Housing and Planning Authority, hosted a 2-day program in block making and money management for persons with disabilities. The initiative provided economic opportunities to vulnerable persons to achieve financial stability. Minister Waldron hopes the grant will help the recipients expand or establish their businesses.
Hopefully for you, this is now your springing board for bigger and better things, for bigger and better business. We want you to be able to employ persons. We want you to say that your business is thriving so much that you're supporting 6 and 7 families. This is the kinds of progress that we would like to see.
Ganesh Singh, the program coordinator of the Guyana Council of Organizations for Persons with Disabilities, said the community is grateful. He said they have been pursuing this for some time.
It means a lot for the disability community because it's a way of them getting the capital to grow or to establish new businesses. We know poverty and persons with disabilities, they have a marriage. It's interrelated. And because of this, we've been pushing to ensure that persons with disabilities have some level of financial independence. And one way we've been pushing this is to promote small business establishment.
This initiative seeks to provide economic opportunities to vulnerable persons. A Linden laborer appeared in court to face charges of illegal narcotics possession. More from Dale Jarvis.
25-year-old laborer Winston Bourne of Lot 204 Wismar Housing Scheme Linden appeared via Zoom at the Linden Magistrates Court to answer the charge of possession of 30 grams of narcotics for the purpose of trafficking on Tuesday, April 4th. Bourne appeared before Magistrates Wanda Fortune, where the charge was read to him, and he pleaded not guilty to the summary charge. He was granted $35,000 bail. According to the police report, on April 2nd, around 11:30 p.m., police ranks in the Region 10 on mobile patrol duties went to the Sunflower Street, Wismar, Linden. Two males were observed conversing on a bridge. Bourne was sitting on a black electric scooter and attempted to drop his scooter and run through the street, but he was caught while the other male dropped a haversack he was carrying and made good his escape. Bourne attempted to throw away a transparent plastic that was in his hand. However, the ranks took possession of the bag containing several orange and grey tablet-like substances with the markings of a skull and the word Fanta on them, suspected to be ecstasy. The matter has been adjourned to May 3rd, 2022. Reporting for Headline News Update, Dale Jarvis.
Thanks, Dale. Stick around after the break. President Ali calls on all religions to join together on a national day of fasting, and well-known food vendor killed in a traffic accident.
Maison Francois is the chocolate paradise of Guyana. From the moment you enter our store, you are welcomed by the sweet aroma of Belgian chocolate, pastries, and other artisanal treats handmade by our European-trained chef. Our convenient location at the City Mall is the perfect place to take that special someone or to take home a little sweetness. So treat yourself with a taste of Paris in the heart of Georgetown, only at Maison Francois.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny? I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again. Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
In a world filled with copycats and ever-changing trends, make your property stand out with unique concrete moldings. Different, exquisite designs, carefully handcrafted to suit your style, with various customizable and antique and modern designs made at our factory. Antique and Modern Molding Establishment. We make your property outstanding. We make and install all moldings anywhere in Guyana. The best quality, affordable prices, on-the-spot quotes, and no hidden fees. Call us or WhatsApp us at 684-5050 or email us at modernestab@gmail.com. Antique and Modern Molding Establishment, made to stand out.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Rijnveld or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton, and Camp Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
When you need money and you gotta get it fast, Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop is the place for that confidential transaction in a quiet and secure location. You'll get the highest value per pennyweight for your gold and also enjoy the lowest interest rates and longest payback period too. Yes, for that instant transaction to solve a pressing financial problem. That Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, 4-6 Boyle Place, that's between the Ministry of Housing on Brickdam and White Castle Fish Shop, be your first and only choice. Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, safe and sound, solid and secure, always there for you. Telephone 231-7878 and 223-8955.
Sooner or later you will have another power failure. Are you prepared for the next blackout? Some essential equipment such as security cameras, lights, internet, gate motors, and water pumps may stop working. How can you prevent the next blackout? InverterTech has an affordable solution for you. A strong UPS system which uses the latest inverter and solar battery technology to prevent blackout. We smartly calculate your average power demand so you don't spend more than you need to. Call 223-2233 for more information.
Welcome back. This Friday, President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali is calling on all religious bodies to join together under the banner One Guyana for a national day of fasting and prayer. Given that the three major religious observances coincide this month, Muslims observe Ramadan, Hindus observe Chitra Navratri, and Christians observe Lent, the day of fasting and prayer is being initiated at this time. This rare occurrence offers a meaningful opportunity for Guyanese from all religious persuasions to come together to pray for Guyana. President Ali also sees this as an opportunity for the religious bodies and persons from all belief systems to join with each other to promote the spirit of togetherness. Quote, "I would like all of us to fast together, pray together, and stay together as one Guyana." End of quote. The National Day of Fasting and Prayers will culminate with the Grand Interfaith meeting at the National Park in a time of prayer, songs, and reflections. Similar activities are expected to be held in other parts of the country. The President stated that the One Guyana vision springs from our rich multicultural heritage and the need to ensure that our diversity remains a source of strength and not an instrument of division and disaffection. The One Guyana initiative also aims to ensure that every citizen is accorded a dignified existence with due respect for their rights and with equality before the law. A well-known food vendor was sadly killed by a minibus in Le Penitence early this morning, as the service has more.
A tragic early morning accident at Middle Road, Le Penitence, has left a female motorcyclist dead. A crowd was gathered at the scene as they glimpsed the woman's lifeless body on the roadway. The deceased woman, 59-year-old Deborah Salsaram of West Romwell Housing Scheme, was a prominent food vendor. Salsaram was at the time riding her motorcycle when she was hit by a minibus and subsequently lost her life. Headline News spoke to the niece of the deceased who explained what had transpired.
From I heard this morning from my cousin that she get in an accident going on get stuff to do with her hustle. And when I come here, they told me she got knocked down. This bus come out from nowhere. She was normally take the corners to go home, and the bus come out from nowhere and hit her from the front. So the impact that he hit her with is not ordinary. We need justice for this woman. There's a mother of 4, not even 4, 5, 6, a mother of 6. And it is hard when they know that could be anybody's mother. You understand me? And it is very hard on my family and I to go through this painful moment at this time. We only lost my cousin only 2 years ago. And I forgot put my arm down. It's hard. And it was an accident when her son died.
Salsaram was pronounced deceased at the scene. According to reports, the driver is currently in police custody, assisting with investigations. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. They'll go away after the break. Peru, protesters block highways over surging gas and fertilizer prices. And Bucha, atrocities show Putin is war criminal, Biden says.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Rijnveld or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton and Camp Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny? I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again. Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Maison Francois is the chocolate paradise of Guyana. From the moment you enter our store, you are welcomed by the sweet aroma of Belgian chocolate, pastries and other artisanal treats handmade by our European-trained chef. Our convenient location at the City Mall is the perfect place to take that special someone or to take home a little sweetness. So treat yourself with a taste of Paris in the heart of Georgetown, only at Maison Francois.
Sooner or later you will have another power failure. Are you prepared for the next blackout? Some essential equipment such as security cameras, lights, internet, gate motors, and water pumps may stop working. How can you prevent the next blackout? InverterTech has an affordable solution for you. A strong UPS system which uses the latest inverter and solar battery technology to prevent blackout. We smartly calculate your average power demand so you don't spend more than you need to. Call 223-2233 for more information.
In a world filled with copycats and ever-changing trends, make your property stand out with unique concrete moldings. Different, exquisite designs carefully handcrafted to suit your style, with various customizable and antique and modern designs made at our factory. Antique and Modern Molding Establishment. We make your property outstanding. We make and install all moldings anywhere in Guyana.
The best quality, affordable prices, on-the-spot quotes, and no hidden fees.
Call us or WhatsApp us at 684-5050 or email us at modernestab@gmail.com. Antique and Modern Molding Establishment, made to stand out.
When you need money and you gotta get it fast, Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop is the place for that confidential transaction in a quiet and secure location. You'll get the highest value per pennyweight for your gold and also enjoy the lowest interest rates and longest payback period too. Yes, for that instant transaction to solve a pressing financial problem. That Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, 4-6 Boyle Place, that's between the Ministry of Housing on Brickdam and White Castle Fish Shop, be your first and only choice. Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, safe and sound, solid and secure, always there for you. Telephone 231-7878 and 223-8955.
Welcome back. Now we take a look at news in the region and around the world. Peruvians continue the wave of protest against a rapid surge in fuel and fertilizer prices triggered by Russia's invasion of Ukraine as the Andean nation's government moved to try to lower prices. Al Jazeera's Mariana Sanchez reports.
Protesters clashed with riot police in several cities around the country, burning tires, looting, blocking highways. The rising cost of living is affecting many Peruvians. Rocketing fuel prices have directly impacted the basic food basket. People are blaming it on President Pedro Castillo's policies.
We have supported him, and how is he paying us back? He's raising the price of sugar, flour. When has it been like this? Our children are hungry, there is no work, and we want a solution.
Farmers blocked the Pan-American Highway to protest against the threefold increase in fertilizer prices. The government says fertilizers, fuel and grains imports from Russia and Ukraine have shot up because of the war. Last week, Castillo angered protesters saying they were being paid to protest. Farmers and truckers responded by blocking the crucial Central Highway, which is the main food supply line for the capital. That in turn caused food shortages.
The president has forgotten the poor people. Everything is expensive. He should put on his pants and govern well. If not, he should go back to his hometown.
Government officials struck a deal on Saturday with one faction of protesters. They imposed a 5-day deadline to address their demands. And on Sunday, another deal with truckers. But that didn't appease people now rallying nationwide. Thousands of jobs lost to the pandemic have also fueled discontent.
People were already against the wall economically, and Castillo produced a revolution of expectations. Plus, under normal circumstances, inflation would have produced these effects later on, but the pandemic worked as an accelerator.
In the face of nationwide protests, the government is choosing to buy social tranquility with fiscal money. It's increased the minimum wage and reduced some taxes on fuel. But analysts say that may not be the solution.
Analysts say Castillo's populist measures could eventually bring some peace, but they say a major crisis looms ahead for the president. Last week, Castillo survived a second round of impeachment proceedings after 9 months in office, spearheaded by his political foes in Congress. But now it is the people who first supported him who are demanding him to fulfill his promises or leave. Mariana Sanchez, Al Jazeera, Lima, Peru.
Internationally, people in Yemen are cutting back on how much they eat, even after a day of fasting during Ramadan. That's because of food shortages and soaring prices. Al Jazeera's Katia Lopez Hodaya reports.
This market in Yemen's capital, Sana'a, is stocked with food most people can't afford. Rising food prices have become more evident during the month of Ramadan, when traditionally Muslims break their fast after sunset with large meals.
Ramadan this year is different from other years. Prices are crazy. In the past, people were able to at least buy the basics, but this year, they're completely helpless.
Access to fuel is limited in Yemen. A 2-month ceasefire between Houthi rebels and the Saudi coalition was to bring relief by easing a blockade and by allowing fuel shipments to rebel-held areas. But the impact has yet to be felt.
The price of food is ridiculous. People are crushed. Some of them can't afford to buy the basics. It's a catastrophe.
7 years of war have devastated Yemen, pushing millions of people into hunger. And not being able to purchase basic food staples has hit communities particularly hard during Ramadan.
We've started Ramadan with great concern this year because of all the high prices. Limited fuel has made everything more expensive.
The ceasefire went into effect on Saturday. Families here recognize it will take more than a few days to ease years of damage caused by war. Katia Lopez Odoyan, Al Jazeera.
And finally, US President Joe Biden again has condemned his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin as a war criminal, saying that a war crimes trial could be held as global outrage grows over atrocities committed against civilians in the Ukrainian town of Bucha. Al Jazeera's Patty Kulhan reports.
U.S. President Joe Biden had called Russian President Vladimir Putin a war criminal. Now he's taking it a step further.
We saw what happened in Bucha. This warrants him, he is a war criminal. But we have to gather the information. We have to continue to provide Ukraine with the weapons they need to continue the fight. And we have to gather all the detail so this can be have a war crime trial. This guy is brutal. And what's happening in Bucha is outrageous. And everyone's seen it.
And the American people are seeing it. The U.S. media tends to be very conservative when it comes to broadcasting human remains. Not now.
We're starting to see very disturbing images of the death that they have left behind. And we warn you, they are graphic.
What they have left behind is sickening.
And we should warn you that some of the images of the scene are disturbing.
And warning, some of the images in this report may be disturbing.
The U.S. says it will help investigate in order to document what happened here and who is responsible, adding they believe this was always part of the plan.
The images that we see are tragic, they're shocking, but unfortunately, they're not surprising. We released information even before Russia's invasion, showing that Russia would engage in acts of brutality against civilians.
Russia has denied the allegations, but at the Pentagon expressing little doubt that they did it.
I think it's fairly obvious, not just to us, but to the world, that Russian forces are responsible for the atrocities in Bucha.
President Biden says there will be additional sanctions this week. He didn't go into detail, but what the Ukrainians want is for every Russian bank to be cut off from the SWIFT communication system. They want a total embargo of Russian shipping, and they want to completely end the sale of Russian oil, gas, and coal. Now, that last part has divided the alliance. The Biden administration will likely be working behind the scenes to try and figure out if these horrible revelations have changed the political calculus. Patty Culhane, Al Jazeera, Washington.
And that is it for today's regional and international news. Here now is your 3-day weather forecast. That is all for this edition of Channel 2 Headline News Updates. Tune in on Wednesday at 7 p.m. for another episode. Be sure to subscribe, like, and follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Until then, please take care of yourself and each other.